I do business. I am into consumables. And over the years, I've been in business and I've noticed that the major thing in business is to make sure that you're satisfying a need. That need that made you go into that business in the first place. And when you are doing it, as time goes on, you should be getting better at it. Like if you know what people ask you more for at the place, you try to stock more of that. So that way the business will be going more than stocking things you like, and that's not what the people in your area or come to look for at your place. I can't just get up and start stocking things that are not asked for in my place, or when I stock them, at the time I tried them, they didn't move and they ended up expiring. I will not go back. No, you go on with what people need. And in getting your business right, first off, majorly is the staffing. Staff is a plus or a minus to especially consumables, because there are a lot of issues. One, from theft, they steal the items, they steal your money, they frustrate you kind of. But you don't stop your business because of the frustrations. You look for ways around it. So one of the ways around is to try to make sure you have measures in place, like have your CCTV, have your records right, so that when you check your records and they are missing, and of course before you employ somebody, make sure they have guarantors who you can hold. Those are responsible, that you can say, okay, you're responsible for this, do this, and then this is what the person you guaranteed at my place did, and they can take responsibility. And what is the major cause of all these things? I think I will have to blame maybe the government, especially in this matter, because like this year, the challenge of this VAT stuff, now everything is being vetted. They say not food items that are not vetted are those ones that are not packaged. And when you look at most Nigerian products, they are packaged. So basically, plus and minus, you're only not paying for VAT on ugu and those ones that are, but other things like your seasoning, your flavors, your even bread, when it's sliced, is packaged, but the unsliced is unpackaged. I mean, your normal biscuit that somebody can buy a bottle of mineral and drink and make it for a day, a meal, if that's the little they can afford, is a problem. So I think if the government will go on to look at the taxes, I think that would do a long way. And majorly, business owners suffer in the hand of do I call them tariff, or is it still, I don't know, levies? Yeah, call them levies. You have in Abuja here, you have the FCT come to collect, same levy AMA come to collect. Last year I was going back and forth in court because I'll pay to FCT, AMA could say is their own, AMA could pay like that. And so what I did was I'll just pay for one and get ready to be going to court with one. The only positive thing about it last year was that the judge was able to say, okay, if you have paid, next year pay with these people. Now that next year has come, it looks like it never come. If I now go to pay with the other people will still take me to court. So it's back and forth. If government will help us to streamline these things, know who you pay what to, and make it public so that you pay, you have rest. Speak to them, let them harmonize themselves and not tax, keep collecting, making us to suffer so much. Business owners suffer a lot in Nigeria, and come to think of it, without small business owners, the economy will be in shambles, because we give employment to, do I say more than 80%? Because so many people here, some are graduates, they don't have job, some are not graduates, they don't have job. At least here we accommodate them, because if you can read and write, if you can speak English, you can attend to somebody, if you can do like POS, then you are eligible to have a job in a grocery store. And so I think government should look for a way to help small business owners or middle business owners, because when you say small, the mind always goes to the women in the market. Besides the women in the market, those who are in stores, they are middle business owners. They need help, from policies to making sure that there's a suitable environment for us to trade in, to be able to do well. And then again, bringing me to the worst situation is the interest rate. Is a lot. The banks give you loan quite okay if you go, but with the interest, now again it brings me to why goods will be expensive. The interest rate, your goods are high because of the interest rate, then the tax you add, tax is high again, then the person will think that is just given to the bank, but we are all suffering it. So it still boils down to what goes around comes around, and so it's still Buck story is on the lap of the government. If they can make it better, of course we know ways to do this, and then everywhere people will get better. At least Nigerians can breathe, for once. This is another one. They all of a sudden, on band C, when we recharge 50,000, we get 750 units. One morning I woke up, I charged 50,000, I got 200. Why? We have been moved to band A, no warning, nothing. Now they say, okay, if they move you to band A, you get more light, you get more time of light. It doesn't happen. So you end up paying more for the same value you were getting before.